This past weekend, I stood on stage and I shared in front of a group of women my most shameful moment as a woman, as a mother, as a human being. And I didn't do it to embarrass or humiliate myself. I did it to remind these women of their power to transform darkness into light, shame into love. Because a long time ago, I was very deep into my addiction, and I had 2 young children at the time, and I put us in a very dangerous situation because of my addiction. And that night, the shame that came over me was so soul crushing that I made a decision. I decided that I would do whatever it took to heal myself, because I refused to pass down my unhealed trauma to my daughters because I wouldn't do the work. So I got to work and I did everything I needed to do. It was a very long and painstaking process, because if you've ever dealt with addiction or you know someone in addiction, you know that we come through it by way of trauma. We come through it because we need something to numb our pain, to distract us. We have so much unprocessed trauma. And as I was on this healing journey, I began to see that there was one single thought that was at the root of this self-destructive path that I was on. And it was this thought that I kept believing over and over, and that's that I was worthless, that I didn't matter, that I didn't have any value. So of course it would make sense that I would make these choices. But the thing was, if I could change my thoughts, then I could change my life, because my life experience was a direct result of the thoughts that I were thinking. And the thoughts that I were thinking about myself were so negative, and those thoughts were mean and abusive. And I figured out that if I could change those thoughts, then ultimately I could change my life. And so I got to work on myself, and I started changing that inner dialogue. And I changed her from being my abuser to being my best friend. The voice that lives in my head now is a beautiful ally. So the healing path, it's very difficult, it's very hard, but it is worth it, because today, not only am I 17 years sober, happily married to the love of my life, have a thriving business helping women heal their relationship with themselves, but my kids also have never seen me drunk, never seen me under the influence, and they are free. They are free from trauma. They're emotionally intelligent. I have never poured onto them my trauma because of all the work that I did. So I know that all of my clients and all of us powerful, high-achieving women, we are carrying something that we wouldn't dare say out loud. And that's why this work is so important, because not only is it going to hold us back from where we want to go, but if you have children, it will unconsciously pass down to them if you don't do the work to clear that. So I want to remind you that you have the power to transform darkness into light and to transform that shame into love. And today I specialize in helping high-achieving women transform the voice that once punished them into the voice that finally protects them. If your mind feels loud, heavy, or cruel, you are safe here.